awaiting the WBU vacant Super Bantamweight Championship of the World. Former IBF Junior Featherweight Champion Kennedy McKinney coming in with a 27-1 record, 1 draw, 16 knockouts, taking on undefeated John Lowey. He's out of Belfast, Ireland, residing in Chicago. Now he's 21-0, 14 knockouts. And we're taking a look here as it looks like Lowey making his way into the ring. Sonny, they call him the quiet man. Why is that?
Well, his demeanor outside of the ring, he's not a very talkative individual. He's very humble, so to speak, but inside that ring, the quiet man comes alive.
Well, for a quiet guy, he's got a fairly decent knockout percentage. He's got 14 knockouts in 21 wins. Kenny McKinney, of course, got 16 KOs in his 27 wins. You know, but I think Lowey's biggest situation here is his level of competition been anywhere near Kennedy McKinney's. They're not exactly household names on his record. Jeff Whaley, possibly. I mean, but have you heard of most of these fighters?
You know, this is the situation. But, you know, you look at a young fighter and you say, okay, I look at his record. There's not any credible opponent, so to speak. But does that take away necessarily from his boxing ability? And I don't think that will hurt this young man, Lowey, tonight.
And we take a look at the other side of the ring as the former IBF Junior Featherweight Champion of the World, Kenny McKinney, just made his way into the ring. His manager, Akbar Muhammad. Trained, of course, by Kenny Adams. Been with him since he turned pro back in 1989, coming out of the Olympics. His first big win, of course, coming over Sugar Baby Rojas, winning a 12-round decision for the USBA title. He defended that again by knocking out Paul Banky. And then, in a stunning knockout in the 11th round, coming back from being hurt himself, he took out Welcome Nita in Italy, winning the IBF Junior Featherweight Champion in the 11th round. Defended it successfully against Richard Duran, knocked out Rudy Zavala, went 12 rounds with Jesus Salud. Jose Rincones had a rematch, 12-round decision win. We take a look at the tail of the tape today. They're both the same height, the same weight, slight 1-inch reach advantage on the part of Lowey, and the same age. They're pretty evenly matched, Sonny.
Pretty much so. And when the bell rings, we're going to see how well they're going to be matched in terms of their combat ability.
McKinney certainly in with the better world-class experience. Well, we're going to see what happens, and we're going to go up to our ring announcer, John Kilmartin, with the official introductions. In case you can't tell from the ring, John Lowey comes out of Belfast, Ireland. Came to the United States in 1994 after almost a 3-year layoff. Fought almost exclusively in Ireland and England before then, and now has only fought in the state of Illinois.
And he's well respected around the Chicagoland area. A lot of people like him. A lot of people like what they see in him in terms of his boxing ability. And as I said, he's a quiet man, so they don't say too much about his talking.
Let me ask you this, Sonny. What about the fact, of course, this is a world title fight, scheduled 12 rounds. Lowey's never been past 8. And we'll get your answer in a moment.
Fight fans, and welcome to the Bismarck Hotel, downtown Chicago, where CBS Sports' Bud Boxing Series continues. Today's bout is a scheduled 12-round bout for the vacant WBU Super Bantamweight Championship of the World. The supervisor at ringside representing the WBU is Ed Levin. The judges for today's fight are Gordon Volkman from Aurora, Illinois, James Holmeyen from West Bloomfield, Michigan, and Robert Bello from Snowmass, Colorado. The ringside physician is Dr. Glenn Bynum. When the bell sounds, the man in charge of this bout, referee Gino Rodriguez. And now the participants. First, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the red and white trunks. He weighed in at an even 122 pounds. This young man has a professional record of 27 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw behind 16 knockouts. He is the former IBF Junior Featherweight Champion of the World from Memphis, Tennessee. Here is Kennedy, the King McKinney. His opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He also weighed in at an even 122 pounds. This young man is undefeated in 21 professional bouts, with 14 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He's all the way from County Down, Ireland. Now fighting out of Chicago, Illinois, here is John, the Quiet Man, Lowey.
Okay, gentlemen. I have talked to you in the dressing room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. Good luck.
Well, those instructions were short and sweet. Former gold medalist from the '88 Olympics, Kennedy McKinney, teammate of people like Riddick Bowe, Ray Mercer, Anthony Hembrick, and John Lowey, undefeated out of Belfast, Ireland. They call him the Quiet Man, but he's got 14 knockouts, and he comes right at McKinney.
Well, this is what we were saying earlier, that this kid comes to fight. He's a quiet man outside of the ring, but once the bell rings, he goes to work, Arnie.
And to finish our thought, I guess he's not worried about going 12 because he doesn't want it to go there, but he's never been there before.
Well, when you talk to a well-conditioned athlete, what they say to you is 12 rounds. This is just a matter of formality, me going in there doing it. But I'm not afraid because I'm in tip-top condition.
McKinney, on the other hand, been 12 rounds the distance 5 times in his career and won 4 out of 5 of those. He's had only 1 loss. That came to Vuyani Bungu in his last fight. Almost a year ago to the day. Lost a 12-round decision and with it his IBF Junior Featherweight Championship. But today he's fighting for the WBU Super Bantamweight Championship. Same weight class, different title. 122 pounds.
Kenny, the former champion himself, has to be cautious in this fight because this kid came to fight, and he wants to work. He wants to win this WBU championship.
Good right-hand lead and a left hook on the part of Lowey. Coming out very fast and taking the fight to McKinney.
From the opening bell, he has dictated the tempo of this fight.
Question is, can he do it for all 12 rounds? That's got to be in the back of his mind, Sonny.
So you don't want to extend too much energy early on, but you have to set up something that will dictate the fact that you will and you can be there at the end of this fight.
And we're halfway gone in round number 1. That's McKinney. He's in the red and white shorts. Lowey in the Irish white and green. And quite a following he's got here in Chicago.
Without question.
McKinney looking a little sluggish here in round number 1 with about a minute to go. Can't seem to really get much going on that jab, and he keeps dropping it very low after he throws it, Sonny.
Well, you know, the one thing about it is Lowey is not allowing him to really do too much because he's right on it, as you saw just there, with a good snappy jab and back with a hook.
Lowey fought as recently as this last April, stopping Juan Camaro in 5 rounds. McKinney, though, hasn't fought in a year, and how much is that rust going to hurt Kennedy McKinney?
That hurts a great deal. If you're fighting for a championship, you have to take into consideration also the fact Kennedy's been off a year. He had a substance abuse problem in the past. Does all of this play a key factor in this fight today?
Eating a lot of leather from Lowey. McKinney shakes his head, but I think he's shaking it at himself. He's a little disgusted with his performance thus far.
And I'm sure his corner does not like for him to stand in and take punches. Good left hook to the head.
Lowey does have punching power. 14 knockouts in his 21 wins. As we're coming near the end of round number 1, it's scheduled for 12 on the Cedric Kushner Sports Network. You know, we're listening on Lowey's corner. They have to be very happy with the performance that he's had thus far and how he's taken it. Doesn't seem the least bit intimidated by the more experienced and more well-known Kennedy McKinney, Sonny.
But he has to be careful that he can't make mistakes in this fight. As you take a look at the replay here, this kid came to work.
Very good action from round number 1, and he's showing us a lot of different looks. He landed with left hooks, he landed with straight rights, he landed with body shots.
And he's not giving Kennedy a chance to set up with anything. And Kennedy himself is basically standing there posturing.
Seconds out. Seconds out. Let's go. Seconds out. Seconds out. Let's go.
Round number 2, scheduled for 12. It's for the WBU Super Bantamweight Championship, and the first round was all John Lowey taking the fight to Kenny McKinney. And I've got to tell you, I've got to say, he looks every bit of rust that you would expect on a fighter who's been out for a year is showing on McKinney right now, Sonny. Absolutely. And this is what happens. You're not quite sure of your timing. Your reflex are not there. You're not reacting to punches as quickly as you would had you been in action in the course of a year. McKinney's first fight since losing to Buyani Bungu last August, and the only major layoff he had in his career that started back in February of '89 after winning the Olympic gold medal in Seoul, Korea. One thing we have to wonder about Kennedy McKinney, we talked about Lowey going the distance. Will Kennedy be able to withstand the pace that this fight is going now for 12 rounds? He's the guy that's been off for a year. And even with other substance abuse problems and management changes and promotional changes, McKinney never had a layoff of any sort, really. Always fought at least 4 or 5 times a year. The least amount of fights he ever had was 3 in 1992 and 3 in 93. That's a big difference. So he's been very active through from 1989, now off 1 year. Oh, and getting hit with punches that he never used to get hit with. He couldn't make those shots go over his shoulder, so to speak. But right now he's being nailed with pretty much everything that Lowey wants to throw. A good left hook. Another one. And as you look, McKinney's not really throwing any punches. Pick him up. Gets a warning from the referee for some low blows. Lowey looking possessed in there right now as we're coming up on the 1-minute mark in round number 2. Another round, all Lowey. McKinney just can't seem to get unscrewed there. Keeping his hands unusually low for him too, Sonny. He's eating too many punches. Too much leather's going to his face. There certainly is a difference in this Kennedy McKinney than we've seen in the past. Looks old. You can almost see him thinking, what shall I do next? Lowey himself did have a layoff in boxing due to a car crash accident. Was out for almost 3 years, between 91 and 94. Then resumed his career here in Chicago. Oh, good left hook. I mean, this kid is using everything in his arsenal. Good head movement. And we come to the end of round number 2. Another big one for John Lowey. And a very partisan Irish crowd here rooting on John Lowey, originally out of Belfast, Ireland, now residing here in Chicago, where we're coming to you live today. And he's giving them every bit of action that they came to see right here. We take a look at action from round number 3, and it's not just one sort of punch. He's coming from all different angles. And as you mentioned, not giving Kenny McKinney a chance to get set up, to get his timing down. Can he keep it up for a full 12 rounds? That's going to be the big issue here. That will be the question. If he was able to sustain himself and go the distance like this with this type of pace, then you're going to see a crowned champion here this evening. Remember, a better-tuned McKinney was able to win the world title with a stunning 11th round knockout over Welcome Nita, but now he's coming off a 1-year layoff. And you've got to question the sensibility of possibly going in for a fight this tough right off of a 1-year layoff. Round number 3, we're scheduled for 12 for the WBU Super Bantamweight Championship. That's former world champion Kenny McKinney. He's in the red shorts with the white trim. John Lowey from Belfast, Ireland. He's in the white shorts with the green trim. And we started to talk in between rounds, Sonny. Would it have been wiser for McKinney to take a tune-up? Well, you know, I would agree with taking a tune-up before taking on a fighter such as this. But, you know, here's a guy with a lion's heart. He wants to go out there and go with the stiffest competition possible to say that I'm ready to get back into contention. Now what we have to wonder, will Lowey be around for the 12th round? Also, will he be upset with a left hook or a right hand in the late rounds? You know, McKinney can come back. We understand that. Well, and of course, our only criticism, if you had to find one in Lowey, is you take a look at the list of people that he's fought, and it's not exactly a who's who. Perhaps McKinney's people looked at that and said, how can we not beat this guy? He hasn't fought anybody. Well, that could be a mistake because we have seen that happen in the past. Minute gone by in round number 3. No knockdowns thus far in the fight, but it's been all Lowey, and he's been landing some real beautiful shots.
Good lead right hand right then.
McKinney's only had one loss in his career. That was to Vuyani Bungu.
McKinney's trying to come on. He's trying to put together better punches now, but he's still standing right in front of Lowey. Watch your head. Watch your head.
Head's starting to get banged pretty good in there. McKinney gets a warning. His eye's starting to puff up pretty good here, too.
Yes, it is.
Something that's happened to him in the past.
And right now, so far, it looks like it's right below the left eye.
No speed on McKinney's punches either, Sonny. He's telegraphing that hook from way outside.
He's standing flat feet, and he's not really stepping in real sharp.
He eats a right hand walking in there. We got a minute to go in round number 3. Another good round for Lowey. I want to call him the challenger only because of the stature of McKinney coming into this fight. But of course, this is for the vacant WBU Super Bantamweight Championship. Fighters get a warning to keep the punches up again. Not much body punching thus far.
No.
But a lot of head punching.
Well, they both seem to be going for the home run.
See, a year ago, McKinney would have made Lowey pay for punches, throwing wide punches like that from the outside.
Well, that's that ring rust, not being in the ring, not being active. It makes a difference. And as you lay off, you also gain in age because he's a year older.
10 seconds to go as we come towards the end of round number 3. It's scheduled for 12. Lowey seems to be able to keep up the pace. Stop. We take a look at the corner, a former world champion.
You don't have the business taking a step back.
Kenny McKinney, there he is on the Olympic team. We look at Kenny Adams to the bottom right, who's his trainer now and has been since he turned pro. And of course, Kenny McKinney, along with Ray Mercer, Riddick Bowe, Anthony Hembrick, Andrew Maynard, Romelis Ellis, and other members of that Olympic team.
And he came away with the championship there.
Michael Carbajal.
You got to work an offense.
An elite group of young men.
And that is the key. You don't have to wait. You have no reason to take a step backwards. You have no reason to duck down. Keep your hands up and work your punches from there. All you got to do is take the shot with the guy. The guy is waiting for you to punch him in the front. Come on now, let's go to work. A little better around, but it's not good enough. It's not good enough. Let's go. You got to jump up with your combination. Put them together. Put them around the kidneys, up around the middle, and back over the top. You're the best, Scotty. Buck.
Kenny Adams recognizing the problems between rounds that his fighter's having. Felt that he was fighting a little bit better in round 3, but not enough.
No. He's still bending at the waist, which Adams is telling him he does not want him to do. He's taking that step back when the same thing that Kenny is saying, he would not have done that a couple of years ago.
And he knows Lowey's sitting there waiting for that shot. McKinney a little tentative, though, to throw that right hand. Nice hook on Lowey.
Yes. That's what Adams wants him to do. Stand in there and punch with this kid.
That's McKinney in the red and white, Lowey in the white and green. Irish colors coming from Belfast, Ireland, now residing in Chicago, where we're coming to you live today from the historic Bismarck Hotel on the Cedric Kushner Sports Network. No knockdowns thus in the fight. McKinney seeming to get the timing a little bit better in this round, Sonny.
This round, he came out with a little more snap on his punches, and he started to make good, strong connections to the head of Lowey. This is what Kenny Adams wants him to do, back him up. Don't take the step back yourself.
Started to cut off the ring nicely there, but Lowey showing something as he spun McKinney around and got out of there as we're halfway gone in round number 4. Scheduled for 12, a place where McKinney's been 5 times. Lowey's never been. Lowey's never been past 8, as a matter of fact. Eats McKinney's jab on the way in.
So if McKinney come into this fight with the attitude that he's going to wait and pace himself and see if he can get this young man in the later rounds and then take over, then it may be a mistake for him because this kid jumped on him early.
Under a minute to go in round number 4. McKinney's jab starting to work. Nice slips there from McKinney. Ties up Lowey. Lowey not quite as intense as he was in the first 3 rounds. Perhaps he set a pace for himself that he wasn't not going to be able to keep up, Sonny.
Yes, he's beginning to taper off in this round, and McKinney's getting in more.
Oh, good body shot by Lowey. Lands a good left hook right into the body. Partisan crowd here for Belfast John Lowey. Kenny McKinney, he comes out of Memphis, not that far from here either, so I'm sure he's brought some fans with him.
Oh, yes.
This fight being televised around the world today. Right in there, Lowey a little balance. McKinney really fighting.
Trickling of blood from the nose, Lowey at this point. He's been walking into those right hands, and this is what the corner wanted. Good left-right combination to the head of Lowey from McKinney.
Totally catching Lowey off guard right now. Lowey figured the Kenny McKinney he got in the first 3 rounds was going to... Well, he's mistaken, and perhaps also.
Yes.
Gone by in round number 5, and McKinney like a... landing real well right now. Like that is because Quistry.
Right.
He's getting hit with shots now.
Yes. And he's trying to make a move now to reestablish himself. But Kennedy's got him going for the most part.
McKinney's got to be careful, though. He can't come walking in with his right down and eat left hooks like that. I guess he figures he ate the best shots of Lowey in the first 3 rounds, and he's still here. But that headbutt's really opened a big welt underneath the left eye of McKinney. Referee Rodriguez took a good look at it. Nothing, though, that's going to hamper him, though, I think, in this fight. It's something that had to be very painful.
And McKinney's bleeding from the mouth, and Lowey's bleeding from the nose.
Good round, though, for Kennedy McKinney as we're got 20 seconds to go in round number 5. We're scheduled for 12. Someplace where Lowey's not been. Never been past 8. Oh, good straight right lands right on McKinney.
But he continues to move in.
Gives a good
Another good right hand.
What a round.
This is a good round.
Terrific round for Kennedy McKinney. You got to admire the heart.
I'm telling you.
John Lowey is premier cutman Jim Strickland gets to work right away on Lowey. He's bleeding from the nose. Probably got some problems inside the mouth. And we're going to take a look here at this headbutt. Watch the heads now clash in round number 5. And we're taking a look here. We didn't quite get the shot. We'll take a look here from another angle. Hopefully we go. Oh, there it is. Oh, and Kenny McKinney felt it right away. Looked over at referee Gino Rodriguez. Rodriguez, of course, examined the eye. Jim Strickland working on the eye right there of John Lowey. There was that good right landed by Lowey. McKinney came back with a good right of his own right after that, Sonny. And McKinney trying again, rush.
He's trying to come behind the ref.
We start round number 6. Was scheduled for 12. After the first 3 rounds were all Lowey, the last 2 have been McKinney's rounds. Lowey, though, showing a lot of heart, ate a lot of punches, and landed a few good ones of his own in round number 5. Starting to get busted up, though.
Yes.
The only thing I don't like about what McKinney's doing is he's carrying his right hand very low and he's
too
hitting
low.
those left hooks.
He's starting to put snap on his jab. He's jabbing more than one jab, but as you said, that right hand is too low. And Lowey can get a good left hook in there.
Lowey's got 14 knockouts in his 21 wins, none of them, though, coming at the caliber of Kennedy McKinney. McKinney, 16 knockouts in his 27 wins. First fight in the year since losing the title, the IBF junior featherweight title, that is, to Vuyani Bungu. Lowey fought as recently as last April, stopping Juan Camaro in 5 rounds for the IBO super bantamweight title. Lowey looking a lot slower, though, Sonny, than he looked in the first 3 rounds.
And now Kennedy's beginning to work the body as well. That will help slow down the pace of Lowey.
And bring down his hands, which it's doing. Right hand lands, little off balance on the part of McKinney. Good left hook by Kennedy McKinney. Lowey looking very sluggish, at a torrid pace the first 3 rounds, which he took unofficially on our scorecards.
Watch your head. Stop. Watch your head. All right, let's go.
Another warning from referee Gino Rodriguez. Watch those headbutts. Good slip in there by McKinney. Really seems to be rejuvenated. It took him 3 rounds to get rid of that rust, Sonny. Looking very...
There's a wobble. He hit overhand right, and Lowey wobbled back.
Lowry's hurt.
He's hurt. No question about it.
Still 50 seconds to go in round number 6.
I don't know if McKinney knows that he's hurt.
He's not treating him like he knows. Lands a good left hook on the heart, though, of Lowey. Good right overhand right. Lowey looking totally outclassed right now by the more experienced Kennedy McKinney. Lowey continues to come, not much on his shots, though, on his way in, Sonny.
And he's walking in sometimes, and he's trying to go get aggressive to get that one shot in that he wants to get the home run. But McKinney is continuing to remain poised.
As we come to the end of round number 6, this is scheduled for 12. Stay there. Big warning from referee Gino Rodriguez, this time to Kennedy McKinney at the end of round number 6. And what do you think of that, Sonny?
That was a much better round. With the punch after that bell, it was clearly the shot came after the bell. The bell had rang and the man was walking away. So, yes, I don't know if he's going to take a point away or not, or just give the warning. It was the first time this has happened in this fight. You don't need to do that in a contest like this one.
We take a look at that. Certainly deserves a warning, and the partisan Lowey crowd here not happy about that at all.
And
they didn't seem to yell much, though, at that headbutt thrown by Lowey.
Well, that's true. And neither guy needs to resort to anything like that because it's a good fight at this point.
Jim Strickland working on the eye of John Lowey, trying to stem the flow of blood out of the nose. Great crowd here at the historic Bismarck Hotel. McKinney comes rushing out again. So we start round number 7. It's the schedule for 12. It's the vacant WBU Super Bantamweight Championship. Arnie Tokyo Rosenthal here along with Sonny Mean. Sonny, I've got it even now at the end of 6. The first 3 to Lowey, the next 3 for McKinney. How you see it?
The same way.
That's unofficial, of course. Ooh. Oh, Lowey walked into a left hook from McKinney and shook him again. Lowey looking very tired here in round number 7. How's he going to make it to 12? He's never been past 8. McKinney's been 12 5 times in his career. That's McKinney in the white shorts with the red trim. John Lowey, the quiet man. He's in the white with the green stripe.
And he used a little headbutt just then.
One more time, I take a point. Don't use the head again.
He doesn't want to lose a point either, as Rodriguez warns him.
Let's go.
It was so obvious that he was using his head in that one.
He's looking for a one-punch knockout now.
One punch.
Telegraphing those punches from far outside. McKinney having no problem getting away from them. McKinney's first fight in the year since losing the title to Vuyani Bungu. Showed a lot of rust in the first 3 rounds. Oh, and a good right uppercut shakes Lowey, and he's holding on. Halfway gone in round number 7, a lot of time, and he can't keep throwing punches from the outside.
No, he's
like
got to
that,
get to the inside because he's being nailed from the outside. And there's a good right hand again. McKinney's just loading up himself.
Oh, and he's got Lowey backing up now into the ropes. But yet showing a lot of heart.
He's got a lot of heart, no question about it.
McKinney's people on their feet, egging him on. Really giving Lowey a beating now. On very unsteady legs,
yes.
Almost lost his mouthpiece there. Little more than a minute to go in round number 7. All McKinney now. Lowey almost out on his feet. McKinney looking a little tired now, though.
He's throwing a lot of punches. But he's got to pace himself also. But right now, Lowey is winded and he's hurt.
30 seconds to go in round number 7. Big round for McKinney. Lands a right uppercut. What's keeping Lowey up, Sonny?
This kid has got a lion's heart, and he's got pegs in his legs because he's not falling right now.
Stop. Don't swing around. Let's go swing around, right? Let's go.
Gino Rodriguez gives McKinney a warning. McKinney, Lowey doesn't know what's going on here. He's walking around in a fog. Bleeding from the nose. Gonna make it through this round, though. Oh, and Lowey goes back to his corner on very unsteady legs.
Very unsteady,
down
very
on
unsteady.
his stool. Partisan Lowey crowd giving him applause, but I think applause for living through the round.
And you can make a case for this being a 10-8 round, even though it was not a knockdown, because Kennedy McKinney completely dominated this round.
See, you cannot stay on outside backing up. Yeah. Your best defense is when you charge in quickly and keep your head in his chest.
We take a look at action here from round number 7. Big uppercuts landed. The best punches of the round were uppercuts. Telegraphing punches from the outside on the part of John Lowey allowed that to happen, Sonny.
Well, you see what's happening is Lowey is tired, so he's leaning forward. And right now, McKinney detects that, so he's coming underneath as he leans forward and catching him with the uppercut.
Pick this round up. Pick this round up now,
Jim Strickland giving him instructions between rounds, saying rush him there, stay on his chest, don't stay on the outside.
And on the other side...
Round number 8, we're scheduled for 8.
Over here.
Big 7th round for Kennedy McKinney. Can he capitalize on it now, Sonny?
All right, box.
Lowey went back to his corner on very shaky legs now.
Let's go, box.
He's saying the ring is shaky, but I wonder if his legs are still on Queer Street.
I thought he was saying his shoe was untied, but it doesn't appear to be that way.
Jim Strickland told him to rush in, keep his head on the chest of McKinney. Don't throw punches from outside like he just threw there again and ate a left hook.
And there's
another left hook going down goes Lowey. We were saying it all along. He can't throw the punches from the outside like that, and he ate 5. Double left hook. 6. He's up, but he's very shaky.
Come on.
Gino Rodriguez wants him to work forward. He's saying he's okay. Pointing to his mouth. He doesn't know where he is, Sonny.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, he wanted his mouthpiece. He said that his mouthpiece was out. Unfair right now to Kennedy McKinney. They should wait for a lull in the action. McKinney's people going crazy here.
This is totally unfair.
Oh, they're taking their time putting it
now
in.
his corner's talking to him. He's not supposed to be getting instructions in that corner either.
I think not only was he buying his fighter some time, I think he was wondering whether he should throw in the towel or not. Lowey bouncing from side to count. McKinney landing a left, another good left hook. They got to stop this. It's over.
It's all over.
Kennedy McKinney wins the vacant WBU Super Bantamweight Championship in stunning fashion in the 8th round. Dropping John Lowey for the 2nd time. A very good stoppage on the part of Gino Rodriguez. And that's with at least another 25 seconds.
Absolutely.
When the mouthpiece was knocked out of the mouth.
Shouldn't have did that, man. That was wrong.
And the corner of McKinney is very upset about that, and they're absolutely correct.
Akbar Muhammad, the manager of Kennedy McKinney, saying that it was wrong. There's the left hook that knocked the mouthpiece out on the first knockdown. Lowey continued to throw shots from the outside, desperation punches, left himself open for that left hook of McKinney. That was the second one of the one that was the one that put him down the first time. They proceeded to give at least an additional 20 seconds of time.
Good left hook. He walked right into it, Arnie. We were talking about that earlier with the right hand down, and he's coming in.
Look at it from another angle. There goes that mouthpiece. Had he not McKinney, figuring that was the time to take advantage of the former world champion who had a lot of rust on him, hadn't fought in a year. We're going to take a look here at action from round number 8. Here's the second knockdown. Gino Rodriguez didn't even bother to count that time, Sonny, and a very good stoppage on his part. I mean, one of the things that happened when the mouthpiece incident, as we'll call it for the moment, took place was that the corner of John Lowey was looking at him and wondering whether to stop it after the first knockdown, because it was real clear he didn't know where he was.
I mean, he did a bit earlier than that. I would say he didn't know where he was. This just compounded the situation once he got nailed and went down.
So Kennedy McKinney improves to 28-1-1, 17 knockouts, and the WBU gets itself another well-established champion. You've got to like this fledgling young organization now that's got people like James Toney representing them, Kennedy McKinney,
George Foreman,
let's not forget Big George. Rafael Morelos going to be fighting for a title shortly.
So they're on their way to making a name for themselves.
They're trying.
Well, they have a good start right now.
Nevertheless, here we are in the Cedric Kushner Sports Network.